Yeah.
Bro, is
All
that
right.
like lo-fi music, bro? I love that. I think I'm playing that on the background here on my TV, bro.
It's nice. All right. This is the DigiByte Comm talk. I'm here with Sir Lance. I'm Script Skynet, your host. So, what's up, man? I saw a couple of short video tweets. One was like, actually, three of them. So, one was you were singing about skipping among the stars or going to the moon, and then one was you were in a bar with your buddies and you guys were like super exuberant about Digibyte, and then all of a sudden the last one I just saw was like you in your car like like thanking, congratulating, just giving thanks to the whole Digibyte phenomenon, the team, everything. So how do you get what's Sir Lance? Is that like Sir Lancelot and what? How do you get
That's
into
exactly,
crypto?
that's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. So I mean, my name being Lance, I think like right from a very young age, I think people just used to put a sir in front of that, and then that's kind of how it stuck. So I haven't been knighted yet by the Queen, but hopefully I will one day. If I hold DigiByte long enough, I might be richer than her if she's still alive to knight me. But yeah, so Sir Lance kind of stuck. Crypto, geez, man, it's been such an interesting journey actually. If I can think back, like when the first time I was ever exposed to like the Bitcoin logo and just seeing the word Bitcoin for the first time, I think it was around 2000 and I think it was 2010 or 11 when my dad came home with a newspaper. And on the front page of the newspaper was like these Japanese girls with this Bitcoin logo. And it was still kind of, at that point, it was like just about to break into where a news article would pick it up or something like that. And it was still quite, linked to Silk Road. And people didn't really know what it was. It was just this like new, weird digital internet money and people doing funny things with it. And how old was I at that time? I think I was like 17, 16, 17, maybe 18. And if only I just had the brains to take that and go up to my bedroom, because I had everything. I had my computer, I had internet, I had I was already like video calling back then to mates around the world through Skype. And I was I was involved in the internet and computers, but if I just took some time to go and research what this thing was, man, maybe I would have picked it up back then. I mean, at a young age, but unfortunately, I didn't. And money's not a really big driver in my life. So, the fact that I missed out on possible massive 1000x gains on Bitcoin, you know what, man? I'm here now, and that's all that matters. I think it's been very cool to be in this space now for the last, I think it's about 5 years now, mid 2016, got into some BTC, started really enjoying just sending cryptocurrency to people, kind of just like showing them how it's done. And I think that's kind of where I stumbled upon DGB, and yeah, the rest is history. So I've just been shilling DigiByte now for the last however many years. But yeah, man, completely different space, man, completely different space to where we were 3-4 years ago. I mean, we are literally entering a paradigm shift, I think, of just things that are going to happen. And people that are negative now, you got to stop being negative, man. You got to look at the future. You got to look at the things that are that we're involved in and that we can get involved in. And there's just so much to be pumped about. And we're all trying to make the world a better place, man, through crypto and just through many other technologies. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I joined a Mitch Ray, TA specialist. A guy, they have fun on YouTube, and I was talking to some of the TA guys there, and they're like, "We have our own DigiByte shill! Yay! We finally got DigiByte shill!" I was like, "Does shill mean bad? Where you are at, or does shill just?" Because I've heard it in a negative context, and I've also heard it like a positive thing too. You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest, shilling is, if I'm shilling something to you that I really believe in and I want you to research it and you find light in your research, then yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna shill the shit out of what I believe in, because like I'm not gonna go and research, take time, and then go and find some crappy project or something to shill. So, my conviction in DGB is it actually didn't take much time. I think, the first couple of weeks of doing some research, I remember some of those early Jared Tate videos with his little blue tie and everything, when the logo was still the old logo, and like, it was just like this new project. I even got a few emails from him, like when I had some problems syncing my wallet back in the day, like the guy was trying to help me out. I'm like, dude, got Jared Tate emailing me, like, this is so cool. I'm new to crypto, like, yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, shilling, I'll shill DigiByte for the next 10, 15 years. I have no intention of selling DGB till the last coin is mined. I've got lots of other crypto that I kind of trade, and I'll probably, enjoy some profits there through this bull market. But DigiByte's a coin, like, I actually don't intend actually ever selling for a very, very long time. Like, I don't see the point in getting rid of it for anything else. I mean, what am I going to sell it to? You're going to sell it to fiat money? Like, I actually want to use my DGB one day. Like, I want to build real generational wealth, maybe for my kids. God willing, I have kids one day. And if I can, leave a lot of my DGB bags to them, then yeah, if it gets to a point where it all comes crumbling down, then hopefully I'll be at a point where, I'm safe enough to realize some profits. But right now, it's like I don't think we've even reached like even 1% of the potential of this yet. Like we kind of just all still dabbling and like getting hyped about, hourly candles that are pumping from 6 cents to 8 cents, and the whole DGB community is going mental, prices going up. But like, guys, just like think bigger, man. Think long term. Like we haven't even like got to the freaking start line yet. Never mind, like let's start the race now,
Yeah, like so like DigiByte has surprised me recently. Like everything I've done with the community, with the charts on this channel, I'm learning as I go. I've been watching, a lot of TA guys on YouTube, shilling Bitcoin, shilling Litecoin, and just all these other. We have a few guys that are doing it for DigiByte. And so I noticed that there is kind of how the DigiByte community doesn't like to talk about price, especially the foundation, the core members. Price is irrelevant when it comes to the technology, because the technology speaks for itself. And it's like the whole DigiByte community on crypto Twitter has been pushing the facts of DigiByte blockchain technology and the phenomenon of what it really is. It's a glorified Bitcoin on steroids. And that's just a fact. And, we like to come with facts. I mean, we're part of the smartest group that I know of. And we're not stuck up, I mean, we're willing to help others along the way. And it just reminds me of, cause I'm a Christian, that it reminds me of my church and everything. We help people along the way to get somewhere where they need to be in life. So, and this is just one of those platforms that I really love to be on, to be able to reach people. And the DigiByte community are just so heartfelt. They're so passionate about DigiByte, and it doesn't really matter where they come from. We do come together, and we come together, and we just marvel at this technology, and that it just reminds me so much of my relationship with Jesus, that I just marvel at his salvation for me. And this is like the many blessings. Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my shortcomings, my bad attitude back in the day, if God didn't smack me around. But coming to see people like you come out on Twitter, it takes a lot of guts to just talk on Twitter, first of all. And what led you to that? What led you to do that? Because I was doing that with me before I did the YouTube channel. I did that first before I did the YouTube channel, and it was to me, it just seemed right to do. Why do you do it?
Well, look, I mean, Twitter, in my opinion, is it's a great tool. I mean, I think if you talk social media as a whole, I mean, I think it's probably the only social media that I'm actually on. I mean, I don't really mess around with Instagram and all these other things. So
yeah, me too, man. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, man. If I think about the amount of information that I can literally hit my brain from the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I go to bed at night, it's just like a nice tool. And
yeah,
I think just my passion for crypto and DGB is just kind of, Twitter's just kind of been a nice forum to kind of, share the love and share the word about crypto and DGB. And like, it's kind of the only thing that I really involve myself in from a social media point of view, from a tool where I can post things. So yeah, I mean, I kind of got Twitter, quite a little while after I got into cryptocurrency, and then I started following a bunch of people, and it's been really useful over the years, man. I love crypto Twitter, man. It's like a massive part of my life. Like I can't imagine my life or a day without just like crypto Twitter, just for a little bit. Like it's just funny stuff, man. And also you get a lot of value from it, and you can block out the noise. I mean, it's completely up to you as to what you want to expose yourself to.
Yeah.
But in terms of like me posting about DGB, it's really just because I feel so passionate about the project, the community. The community is so awesome. Like, it's just all walks of life, and everyone. I feel that is a part of DGB is not doing it to pump the price. Like, I really feel like they are here for a reason, and they're really passionate about what it is we are all trying to achieve in this little grassroots project. I mean, there is no central authority. There's no like someone that's like governing everybody in the community, saying this is your narrative, this is what you got to post, this is what you got to say. Like, screw that, man. Like, if you feel something about this, then say it. Like, and that's what's so amazing, in that we have all these little nodes, like the DGB awareness team and the YouTubers and all the new people that come up, and then you just got people that post randomly about DGB. Then you got the meme lord, Mr. Blazor. Like, that stuff's rad, man. That spreads awareness, and like, way you can spread awareness to people that don't know about cryptocurrency yet, subtly through the internet, through things like Twitter, then go for it, man. Because at the end of the day, we're not trying to shill DigiByte to pump the price. We're trying to bring people towards a better freaking way of money, and just the future of money and cryptocurrency. Like, let them get in, let them see what it's all about. And, if it's not DigiByte, then maybe one day they'll find DigiByte. But, my narrative is DGB. Hold a few other cryptocurrencies, but for me, like, because I don't want to sell DGB for a long time, and because my main focus is seeing this little project succeed, and I want to walk the journey with the community long term.
Yeah,
mostly what I focus on. Yeah.
So you made good points, man. Like, I like how you like include the community because the community and this human race. I mean, man, as we know it, is an organism. I mean, we're growing in a rapid pace of billions and billions of people, man. And it's just not going to end. And
crazy.
With the blockchain, it's like Jared Tate always explained, like, it's like an organism, like DNA, and it's connected. It's all interconnected. And he always did the analogies of the plants and roots and stems and the flower and all that. It's really cool because you said that like Blazor, the foundation, the DigiByte awareness team, all the DigiByte community has, like, they're like compared to nodes that help validate. Yeah, we're a community. Yeah, DigiByte and the blockchain is the real deal. I mean,
Exactly.
and that's so true, man. I mean, it is, man. I mean, what people do understand, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, DigiByte. If I'm missing other cryptos, sorry guys, but
so true,
I'm just using it as an example. That
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just using it as an example that they get into like DigiByte and these cryptocurrencies for the most part because it has a max supply. It's hard money. It's not going to inflate to infinity. And even gold and silver. I mean, you can still mine those things, and it can still inflate a little bit over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just people get that awareness about it once they really figure out, well, DigiByte or Bitcoin is not imaginary money. This is real. Like, they're seeing our success in it because we took the risk, we took the chance, and we could have been wiped out, tell you the truth. But I think the community is what brought you and I in, and all of us, frankly, to stay stronger in this, because without someone to talk to, lean upon, and just coerce and what we think about it and how we should grow this baby, there's a lot of people that get hurt, and and that's what I looked at like 3 years ago when um, Bitcoin, took a dump. Like it popped 2017, 2018, and so did all these. I mean, Bitcoin Cash went to $6,000. Holy moly! And it went all the way down to like, I don't know, $90 or something like that. I forget what it was, but like that's crazy, man. That is super crazy. Think about how many hurt people were out there, and that's why community was more. It was about others and not just so much me, And I wanted to be able to reach those hurting people out there because you have to think that other people, like on the news, you don't. First of all, I don't believe in the news. I don't believe what they say. It's a narrative, but that they, create a narrative, that
Propaganda, bro.
don't
Propaganda.
get in it. What's that?
Propaganda, bro. Propaganda.
Yeah, man. And they, it's just one of those things where they talk bad about it. Then what happens to those hurting people that invested? Then they get sour and bitter, and then they're like, I have like two. I got this guy named Crypto Cock and another guy, I forget his name, but man, they are after me. They were after all of us. Yeah. and another, I forget his name, but he has the angry face with the blood coming out of his eye. He's like, screw DigiByte all the time, man. I'm like, these guys got hurt.
Yeah, I've seen that, dude. Yeah.
These guys got hurt, man. And it's like, I don't want to see people hurt, man. It's but it's the nature. It's the nature of investing. And but DigiByte has a long way to go. You're right. That's a key thing. We are in a bull market this year. Anybody that's cautious and concerned about getting into DigiByte, like I've seen before, or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, look, they're super cautious because they've never tipped their toes in or dipped their toes in. They don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
But and they have to like really listen and do their own research. They can't rely on what we say, right? We've been, I don't know how long have you been in it? You said since Bitcoin, right? Since you were a teenager, 18?
No. That's the first time I actually heard of Bitcoin. Like I said, I
right
into BTC. I mean, I saw a newspaper article and it was like quite interesting. And I like subconsciously, it's just been in my mind the whole time. Like I can remember that day. I mean, I would have been a multi-billionaire today if I just took like, some of my savings, just went and dropped some money into BTC when it was a couple of dollars. But the thing is that even if I wanted to do that, I don't think Bitcoin was that easy accessible, like on an exchange. I think, mostly miners were getting it and like a couple of the underground dudes. But like, I think when I first saw that article, I don't think Charlie had even launched that exchange in New York yet. I don't think I wouldn't even have known how to get BTC. I would have had to have probably started mining it. So I probably would have given up anyway. So, over the years, I mean, I'm just thankful that I eventually got in. My mate WhatsApped me one day and it was just like, boom, lights came on. I emptied my savings account, went all in, so. But 2017, just to go back to like look, 2017, 2018, that was just like hype retail mania. There was no legitimacy from institutions yet. There was no like real regulation. It was just like a few of us that were kind of talking about it. And then like this new thing, crypto, came out. And I think a whole bunch of people just heard about it. And it started this like a little bit of a euphoric, like man on the street investing, jump in, throw freaking money into it. And then I think that's what pumped the price so aggressively. I mean, you had these coins that just went from like zero to hero and then back down to nothing again. I mean, that was always going to happen, and I think it's almost like we had to go through that. And the people that have stuck around, well done. It's great that we're all still here. And there's definitely been, people that got completely wrecked. But I think a lot of people that got wrecked have probably given it a second go. I think any smart person would have learned their lesson. They're probably looking at it a little bit differently now. It is way more mainstream. Regulation is ticking along nicely. Institutions are jumping in. I mean, we were dreaming of like any sort of CNN coverage 4 years ago. Now it's like, boom, every day there's like Pompliano's on TV gunning Bitcoin, Michael Saylor, Iron Man, Tesla dude buying Bitcoin. It's like another whole world now. I mean, so I try and keep a level head with all of this as well, all the time. I mean, I'm following it day by day, but, at the moment, I'm not euphoric yet. I'm just seeing like normal growth in like the revolution of money. Like this is going to happen, So it's a big opportunity for a lot of people, and I think many people that are in crypto and that just are diligent and understand a little bit about crypto are going to make, I think, a small fortune for themselves over the next 5 to 10 years. Where is it going to stop? I don't know. I mean, is it going to get banned? I don't know. And that's why I keep that's why my conviction of DGB is just but this thing is grassroots. It's been around, tested for 6 years. The community is in control. The devs are there. They're passionate. People are passionate. We're growing. We've got use cases. We're talking to big players like Microsoft. I mean, I think people are downplaying even this Humble thing. I mean, do you know how many people Humble, do you know how many people come to DigiByte through Humble and they don't even know they're getting to DigiByte? They're just buying this little index and they're like, but that's massive mass adoption. That's just that just Humble alone is going to skyrocket DGB, another few 100%. I mean, just think how much money there is in the world and people that are sitting around waiting to invest their money in anything not legacy, anything not currency, anything not, I mean, stocks are still pretty cool for most people, but crypto is the next, just boom, take all my money type of thing. And it's just the writing's on the wall, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. To have when I was getting in, right before Bitcoin hit 20K, I was buying Litecoin at the time, and Litecoin was $69, and it went to 400 and something. So that was amazing. When I saw that, I put $600 in. It was amazing, bro, and it was just one of those. I can't. Oh, there you are. You kind of went dark for a second. It was light, but it was amazing, man. So, and I remember when the Bitcoin ETF was getting denied. It got denied by the Winklevoss twins and the guys that run Gemini, right? The Gemini exchange,
yeah.
and it was just so unsure. But then it took. I listened to some more of the YouTubers that really believed in Bitcoin, that really believed in cryptocurrency, and really basically had to put themselves out there and really start the grassroots movement for themselves. Dan from Crypto Capital Venture. I keep mentioning him, but I was there when he had 100 subscribers. I was there. Now he's got thousands and thousands. Okay, so I was there in that bear market watching him grow. And you could say that for pretty much all the YouTubers that we're talking about and believed in Bitcoin cryptocurrency. And I eventually just went towards the Digi train, right? I mean, it just made sense. And it was all about, I love the community aspect, and I loved how the facts were always put out there. Another thing is I love the opportunity to be an awareness member, DigiByte awareness member. Anybody that evangelizes DigiByte is part of the awareness team. We're a team. I always throw that back and forth with, my church. Every time, everybody that witnesses about Jesus Christ at my church, we're a team. I mean, we're a family. And so that's why I always parallel those things. And the fact is that we are early. Think about when you just said that Bitcoin was $1 or something, and and you came to realization it was hard to get. It was hard to understand, hard to get at the time. It was virtually unknown, and you stumbled on something that ended up being great. And so that's where DigiByte is today. But I look at it it's far more evangelized at this current time than what Bitcoin was. It's already got a leg up, even though it's got several years behind Bitcoin with awareness, but it's already has all the tech, the whole community behind it, and it's still early. It hit 8.5 cents today. And I did a video on TA. In fact, we were just talking about this, right? I'm wearing the same clothes, guys, from the video I did. I mean, I don't know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I forgot what it was. And I told everybody. Now, granted, DigiByte was going up. I mean, DigiByte's bullish right now, guys, and like you said, the humble and Atom ID,
Bro,
working with
that's amazing. That's
Microsoft.
real. That's like real world adoption right there. That's just like subtly introducing DigiByte blockchain. Like one day, millions of people are going to be using that technology. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, I still don't and struggle to find a cryptocurrency that is decentralized, community driven, grassroots, no funding, no ICO, that actually has produced the goods. Like, give me some use cases. Stop like telling me what you're going to do and the staking and all these things. It's cool. The instruments, they're going to work one day, and it all goes towards the bigger picture of a new financial, setup. But just like, let's just bring it back to basics. Like, we have got the basics right. Not only are the transactions, like, I walk around with my phone and it's probably to my, at my loss, because I've always got DGB in my phone, and whenever I'm going, I'm just fucking sending people DigiByte all the time. Like that clip that you saw of me in the bar, like, I just chat to people, and like people like, oh, get into cryptocurrency, and like, boom, download a wallet, boom, I'm sending you DGB. Like, I'm freaking always giving it, and like the transactions are so fast. And I mean, we've got that part right, but not only that. I mean, now we start talking about like what we are actually producing, not like we, but the developers. Like, it's just so rad. I mean, just like all these little use cases popping up here and there, and I'm like, it is freaking phenomenal. Like, people are working for free, developers are working, they're not getting paid. It's just like voluntary work. Like, this is a real cryptocurrency. Like, Satoshi's vision, screw BSV, Satoshi's vision, white paper, peer-to-peer cash, like this, he would be proud of this sort of thing. Like, this is how it was meant to be rolled. I mean, obviously, crypto is just like thousands of projects, like all these cool technologies, yeah. But I mean, still, the majority of people don't get 99% of it yet. Like, it's taboo still. It's so taboo. Like, most people don't even know what Uniswap is or how you would even work that stuff yet. So, like, if we bring it back to basis, and like the price action right now of DGB, yes, we're in a bull market, but it basically just it's the reason why DGB is going up is it's almost like, why wouldn't it be going up? Like, you have community members all around the world talking about DGB, new people are getting in, you have little bits of like adoption happening here, Humble, Atom ID, DG assets, like things are working, like it's easy accessible, like frick, man. There's only one way, and that is to the moon.
And the upgrades haven't even happened yet. Like, yeah. We're about to see mass adoption within mining DigiByte itself, newly minted DigiByte. There's only 21 billion that's ever going to be created, guys.
And that's what I say, bro. Sorry, it's like I will not sell DGB. Like I'll be 40 something when I'm 20, 35. Like, I want to be around to see that loss. I will be dead when the last Bitcoin gets mined. Like, I don't want to be around for that. Like, I want to be around 2035, man. I want to be holding my bags.
Do you got your
man? No matter how much you want to sell and make those millions, just hang on to them.
Hey, is that a tuxedo cat?
Yeah, I got a little tuxedo. I actually got my Ginger a friend the other day. Yeah, man, I got to work. I do my thing. I'm all over the place, and my little dude's at home alone. And I'm like, get home, and this dude's like crying at me. I'm like, why you leave me by myself? So I ended up getting a little rat over there. No, that's miso, by the way. Miso, and then sushi.
Yeah. So I have a tuxedo cat. You're the one? I saw the tuxedo cat that you put on Twitter. I was like, hey man, I got mine. And I shared my tuxedo cat.
Well, that was actually my ex-girlfriend's school. We got it together, but yeah. So she's taken the tux away, but ironically, I've got another tux cat now. So,
so I got a tux cat named Kitty. Kitty.
Yeah. Cats are cool, man. They're super independent. You kind of can, if they got a friend, they can hang out together. But I like them. They're mystical. They're mysterious. They're like attention seeking. Dogs are a little bit more hard work. So yeah. I like it.
It's like having a little child.
Yeah.
But hey, man, do you have your DigiByte wallet all loaded up, ready to receive some DigiByte?
Well, actually, I am using Exodus at the moment. I have a couple of phones actually that I keep cryptocurrency on, but my DGB wallets are on a few other phones. But currently,
we can use Exodus.
Yeah, currently I cruise around with Exodus, and it's kind of like when I like send DGB to somebody, like I like them to kind of have other ways to onboard other cryptos, just like there's an overall like adoption, so like if someone doesn't know like about crypto and I want to onboard them, give it some DGB, like Exodus is a cool wallet because they can get into some other cryptos and it's all part of the greater good, So and maybe yeah. So at the moment, I hold some DGB on my Exodus wallet on my main phone, and I had quite a bit a little while ago. But like I've just been giving away DigiByte in a bull market. Maybe I should just stay at home and not go out. Give
So
away all my
I guess
money.
I guess what I was getting at, and I meant to do this with Gonzo boards as well
Yeah,
last Saturday night. I wanted to show live how fast the DigiByte blockchain is. I wanted to send you some
yeah,
DigiByte.
yeah.
You
Let's do
want to
it.
pull up your received
Yeah,
wallet for DigiByte receive,
yeah,
and
man.
I
Let's do
will
it.
scan your
Give it to me.
wallet here live.
Give me your money, man.
Yeah, keep it still. So I'm gonna scan this, guys, and everybody can see. So right now, let's see where it's at.
You got it, bro.
Okay, I got it. Hold on. So I gotta put the pin in right now.
Yeah,
Okay. Now hold up your phone. I
yeah,
want
yeah.
everybody to see this. Hold it up. There it is.
Boom. Beautiful.
Boom. That you see how fast that is, guys. This is what the DigiByte Awareness just put out, the DigiByte Rising documentary just like 6 hours ago.
Bro, I think you actually underplay how powerful that little transaction is. Like, think about it. Never met you, never met me, jumping on a call, chatting about groundbreaking technology, and you just sent me money, bro. No middleman, no Western Union tuning out. I want to cut of this, I want to cut of that, Just send me
Yeah.
bucks, bro. Just send me money. And that's the future, bro. Right there. That little transaction is the future of money, bro. It's the future of peer-to-peer people taking their power back. Amen, bro. Amen. Do you want your Digibyte back, by the way, bro?
No, man, you could keep it. Buy yourself some dinner if you got a girlfriend. Take her out to eat. I don't know how much dinners are out there, but they're super expensive here. Uh,
Well, currently the dollar is weakening to the rand. I like the rand to be weak because obviously I'm in crypto and it's dollars for me. But currently it's about 14 and a half to the ZAR. So $1 is 14 and a half. So at a normal bar, you can get a bottle of beer for about $14 dollar. Yeah.
wow.
But I've been to the States a few times. Been to San Fran, been to Dallas, New York. It's expensive. On the rand, it's super expensive. I mean, I live in the winelands, basically wine country, and we get wine for cheap, man. Like cheap, cheap, cheap. Good quality wine. I mean, when I was in San Fran and New York, I mean, a glass of wine in a steakhouse was like $20. I was like, can't justify paying this. I want to drink a glass of red, but like, dude, my blood is made of red wine. I love it, but yo, it's expensive, man. It was expensive for South African rand. So yeah,
I think that's so true for like my mom lives in close to San Francisco, and it is super expensive out there. And everything is super expensive out there, even the taxes. And but everybody gets paid. I remember I don't remember what minimum wage is, but my brother was getting paid when he first got hired in contracting, like $32 an hour. I'm like, dang, man, that's the bottom. That's entry level. But it's kind of amazing out there. So like they do all like their own wine orchards. They do apple orchards. They grow like lemon trees, orange trees. You can walk in San Francisco and find an orange tree and pick it off. I mean, and eat it. So yeah, it's a totally different lifestyle, but and palm trees and everything. But the cost of living is pretty high. But the like everybody supports their local like orchards or farms, and there's no taxes on the food. That's like produce. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is kind of high, and you're you live somewhere where they grow a lot of red wine, is that, or they make a lot of red wine? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, bro. So I live in Cape Town. In my opinion, probably one of the most beautiful parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
and probably one of the best parts of South Africa, right on the point. I don't know if you've ever watched, what's that movie where the world's ending and they get on that airplane, the Russian dude owns the airplane, and then like the last resort is the point of Africa. So it's 2022, I think it might have been, or 2012, where the world was going to end. Anyway.
Oh no, I don't. 2012 with
that
John
movie.
Cusack.
Yeah, where they end up at the tip of Africa, bro. So that's basically where I'm at, bro. But I live in the winelands area. I mean, it's just surrounded by mountains and wine farms and restaurants. It's a very like arty town, not far from the city. Yeah, man, it's beautiful, beautiful part of the world, man. Like South Africa, I've traveled quite a bit, and you know, like I wouldn't want to leave this country. I mean, we've got problems this side, you know, government, like we all do around the world, but you can say we're still a third world country, but you know, there's opportunity here still, man. Entrepreneurs are killing it. You know, we can kind of get on with it, man. Like we're rocking and rolling this side, but yeah.
So tell me, I read an article. You know how you read the article and some writer says, "All right, you know, China's banning crypto," or something like that, or Egypt's banning crypto, and then all of a sudden they change their mind. Oh no, they're not banning crypto. And but I heard recently that the governments, I don't know which country it is in Africa, which province, or however you say it, they're trying to ban crypto. I don't know if that's in your town.
I think that's, from what I heard, I think that's Nigeria. So now Nigeria have actually now halted all exchanges from processing deposits, withdrawals. So there's a lot of people's funds apparently sitting in these exchanges now. So I think Nigeria is probably the country at the moment that is at that point. I haven't heard of any other African countries really that are like trying to stop anything in the cryptocurrency world. South Africa is pretty chilled. I mean, as long as you pay your taxes and you kind of do your thing. I mean, we're not stifling innovation at all. I mean, we currently, I think, testing a couple of our central bank digital currencies. I mean, that's just the biggest load of shit. Like you're going from one central bank to another. It's all digital already, man. I mean, if you all made a run on the bank and try to get your money out, like there's no money. It's already digital. It's all it's already on a spreadsheet. So now they're just trying to like digitize it to like catch up with this technology that we are adopting. So good luck to them. But in terms of blockchain technology and stuff, there's a lot of cool startups happening here in South Africa. So yeah, it's very promising, man.
Nice. Is there anything that you would like to tell everybody, guys? If you have any questions for Sir Lance, go ahead and shoot them down here. We have quite a few comments, Lance. Let me scroll through real quick. Do you have anything that you would like to see from DigiByte in the future, or cryptocurrency as a whole, or any any ideas that you'd like to share?
To be honest, like right now, I just feel that we need to keep focusing on the adoption side in terms of onboarding new people and allowing them to use cryptocurrency as a form of payment, a form of like just storing some wealth outside of the legacy system. I think like because we're in it, we don't see that everything is kind of running so far ahead of most people. So right now, like I don't want to see anything more than what we already have and just focus on. So let's just remove the cryptocurrency world apart from DGB. Like DGB is doing it the right way. Like if we just tick along the way we are, just slowly penetrating, slowly just like, you know, tapping into that mass adoption the way we are at a grassroots level. Like there's no money coming in. We're not raising funds to take DigiByte and turn it into $100 billion market cap. Like we working with what we have. And right now, like it's perfect. It is so perfect. And like, it's like the least bubble territory coin, in my opinion. Like there's just this, you know, you might get these pump and dumps and like, you know, traders are going to trade and, you know, we might get cycles, but like long-term DigiByte, like I said, is primed. It's primed for mass adoption in one way or another. And there's going to be many, but DGB will definitely have its place, definitely. And by then you're looking at over a $20, $30 coin for DGB. I mean, 10 years.
That's nice, man. I saw a comment in here about you. Hold on. Oh, there it is. All right. So, DigiByte or just Nibble said Sir Lance sounds like the singer Robbie Williams. I don't know who that is, mate.
You don't know who Robbie Williams is, bro?
And not really. Man. I've been unplugged from the world for a long time, man. What do you think? Do you sound like Robbie Williams, Lance?
I don't know, bro. I sound like myself, bro. If someone else says I sound like Robbie Williams, then yeah.
Let the dream live on.
I can't sing for shit though, so don't ask me to sing like Robbie Williams. Maybe I'll talk like him, but
right.
Don't ask me.
So I have my friend here. My friend's watching. I don't know if he's still watching, but here he is for the first time. I've seen him comment live. Good analogy about the church. Yeah, I like to. Charles, I like him and I. We're going to own a business together. That's the plan, and we do auto body repair and paint. And the thing is, we met in prison, and we did a bunch of Bible studies together, and we're still out, man. Just by the grace of God, we're still friends. You know how you go. I don't know if you ever been to prison, Lance, but you know how you go to prison and when you hang out with your peeps up in there, in the jail cell, you whatever, you form a clique, and then they say, yeah, I'll send you some money, I'll write you, and you never hear from them again. Well, that didn't happen in our case. So yeah, we're like brothers, man, now. So it's really cool. And this is his first time I've seen him chat live. And he said this. Now, of course, he has like a laughing face in one of them. But he said, I rely on what you say, elbow cough. Elbow cough. That must have been an emoji I don't get on YouTube for some reason. But yeah, I guess he's like, yeah, do your own research. Everybody do your own research. It's very informative that you are hearing us. But yeah, DigiByte's early, just like Bitcoin when it was early. Remember that guy that I don't know how much Bitcoin it was. Do you remember how much Bitcoin was when he bought that large pizza? That thing's been mocked for like a few years now.
Something like that.
How many?
Wasn't it 10,000 Bitcoin or something like that?
Dang, man. Could you imagine?
I think.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Two pizzas, I think, for 10,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, man.
5,000 each large pizza or medium pizza, however. I think at the time he said he just wanted to prove a point that you can use it as money, But the sad thing is, like, man, 10,000 times the price today. Wow.
Well, let's just go back to Bitcoin being a peer-to-peer, cash system. I mean, when last did you pay for anything in Bitcoin? When last did you go and pay for anything in DGB? When, how many times have you paid for anything in cryptocurrency? So this is going back to my point earlier. It's like we need to break that part first. Like people need to be walking around with crypto wallets, paying for shit in crypto. Like that hasn't even come yet. Yes, it comes here, and now and again you might hear of little places adopting crypto, but we're not even close to like real mainstream adoption where like crypto is literally everywhere you go. Pay for this, pay for that, buy a house. Like where till all the stuff happens where you're paying for things with crypto, and then like stuff like you buy a house with Bitcoin, and then like all the magic of transferring that property from one name to another is happening on another blockchain. So there's that magic happening. So like all this is still to come. So we are all still just rocking and rolling in the super early days, getting pumped about a 20-cent, a 2-cent move on DGB. Like guys, like we nowhere yet. Absolutely nowhere.
I got a question for you from Sniff. Sniff said, hey, I keep my Digi on the Digi app. Script's gonna ask him if he's reserved his stake in Exodus public offering. Have you done that? I guess that. Well, I didn't know there was a public offering. Is there?
I actually heard about that.
I thought Coinbase had a.
I actually saw something the other day. Actually, that's a good question. There's a lot of the times like I don't pay attention to most of these things, like because I'm so busy with so many other things. I mean,
Yeah, me
crypto
too.
over like 70% of my life, but I mean, most of my stuff is like long hold, you know, like I
Yeah.
like to generate now and again and futures trade on Binance. I quite enjoy that. I've got quite a nice little strategy going for me. So like, you know, whenever I get the time, I'll try and wang a bit of profit there. But like, you know, when it comes to like these serious little bits of detail, like sometimes I miss a lot of these things, man. So like, yeah, I'll definitely check that out, bro. I need to, because I use Exodus a lot. Like I move assets in and out of Exodus all the time. I'm always using Exodus to hold some DGB to send people. So yeah,
So what's
thanks, bro.
going on here? I don't know. Can you see the chat? Can you see there should be comments? It should be
Not on
comments.
the, not on the link that we're on at the moment, bro. But I
You
can open.
should be. It should be. You should have a thing that says comments.
Yeah, on the right hand side, private chat comments. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Okay,
Click on
sweet.
comments.
Yeah, there
Now
we go.
scroll all the way down to well, almost all the way down. There's a question there. I didn't know if it was appropriate or not. Do you see what I'm looking at?
It's shown in the app.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Same guy.
Exodus equity offering. I'm gonna check
Yep.
that out.
No, same guy. Keep going back up
Yeah.
on the chats. Same guy, Sniff. He asked this question. Do you see it? About 8 comments up.
They victimize whites in South Africa. Black nationalists are kicking whites off their land. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, so look, a lot of that is also blown completely out of context in terms of we're not just kicking people off their land. There's a lot of land that is owned by these white families that have held them for generations, and it's actually land that can be put to good use. So, you know, it's almost like redistribution of land that could go to good use instead of just hoarding it. So it's not about like kicking white people off their land and putting them on the street. It's not the case. It's not like a Zimbabwe. Fortunately, that was very terrible what went down. And we all know what happened there. But South Africa is nowhere near that. I mean, you know what? I don't really like to kind of get too much into this because it's a touchy.
Yeah.
But
That's why.
but like we find like you know there's processes and things that take place to get all this stuff right, and we have a very strong constitution in South Africa, so things don't just happen overnight. Government just doesn't get away with like kicking white people off their land. So, but at the end of the day, like there's a lot of we white people are in Africa, so like there's a lot of inequality still, you know. So there's a lot of black people that live very impoverished lives, and in my opinion, a lot of that like has to do with the government because they've been effing useless for how many years. So, and it's not because they're a black government or a white government. It's just that governments in general. So we as white people are still very much the minority in South Africa, very much so, you know. So, but we still own a lot of wealth in South Africa. So, you know, somewhere along the line there has to be a fair redistribution, and it's not to say that it's going to be in a violent way or we're going to victimize whites. A lot of white people think that, and there's a lot of black people that think that white people are still very much in control. So again, it's a touchy subject. It's politics. It's just
It is, man. I have plenty of black friends, and none of my black friends they don't look at me like I have power over them. I was like, because they trust me. They look at me as just another brother, man. I mean, skin has nothing to do with what the agenda out there is going on. I tell you the truth, Lance, I have no idea. The world is so crazy. It's just not so, man. I'm not seeing over here that people of color are drinking out of hot water fountains. Like and only white people drink out of cold water fountain. That does not exist. And so when I hear stuff like that, yeah, it just sounds like division. Sounds like they're trying to divide us. And that's what's great about like I said, DigiByte community. There is no race or creed. We're the DigiByte community, right? I mean, the moment I hear somebody talk about something racial, I don't want it in. I don't want it in there, and even if there is a propaganda going on, I don't want to talk about it unless if it's true, like I had the actual facts. So, I mean, as far as I can tell, there's a lot of weird things going on in life. But yeah, I have another question here for you. Gregson Wong. Question to Lance Hodlot. um, what happens if your DGB bag is valued at over 10 million pounds and you're having value fluctuations of 1 million to 2 million daily? Are you not going to scrape some profits?
Well, it's the same argument. Like, I eventually don't want to measure DGB in a currency. Like, I want to
Yeah.
hold DigiByte apart. Look, I'm gonna Bitcoin, Ethereum, like the top two for me. I will have a bag until the day I'm about to die, and if I pass those bags on to, they could be worth zero or hundreds of trillions. And DigiByte is one of them, and it just happens to be my biggest bag. And look, like I said, I think I will assess it over the years, and who knows, maybe I'll take some profits off and dump it back into fiat currency and do whatever. But my goal for DGB is to hold as long as I possibly can and see where we end up with this beautiful technology. Like, I have no ambition at all to sell, even through this cycle. If we go all the way up to $1 and crash down to 10 cents, if I sell, I've got a tax problem. I earn money. I do things that give me an income. I have other crypto that I will cash out. So I'll be okay. Like, DigiByte's my long play, and like, I really believe in it. So like, for me to sell it into anything that I don't believe in, for a bit of profit, but it would be nice to be sitting on 10 million pounds right now. And if I was, I would be hodling on, man.
I look at it like this: if I'm making that much money off a cryptocurrency that I believe in, that's actually getting adopted in the background, and everybody talks crap about it, I'm buying more. That's just it. I mean, if that's how easy it is, why would I want to sell it? I mean, it just sounds crazy. And if it gets adopted, then everybody's going to use it. You're not going to measure it in dollars anymore.
Exactly. You're trying to get fiat out of the system into DGB or BTC or whatever. Like I can understand if you want to sell it into USDT and realize some profits and hope for a dip and buy back some more. I mean, yeah, that's my strategy for my other bags. Like, I'm planning to dump all that shit right at the very close to the top and hold some USDC or whatever, and hopefully wait for another little correction here or there, and then buy back some of my, other cryptos. But DigiByte, nah, that shit's locked away, man. I mean, I'll probably give away most of the DigiByte that's currently in my Exodus wallet now. But my main stack of DGB is locked away. Even if I wanted to sell it, it would be a mission. Like, I've made it a mission for me to get hold of that and to do anything with it. So, I'm 31 years old now, and I think I'll hopefully still be kicking by the time 2035 happens. And like I said, I want to be around when we mine that last DigiByte. So, and I could be a trillionaire or I could be worth nothing. So, but you know what? It's going to be worth the journey. And like I said, I think I'll assess it over the years. Like, 5 years down the line, if crypto's looking dodgy and it's just something that's never going to work, and we might get to a point where crypto's a big failure, then I'll take what I can out and realize my profits and whatever I can and move it into something else. Yeah.
I want to answer this question really quick. Ravi, however you pronounce it. I'm very bad at pronouncing names, guys. Price predictions, short and long term. So I'll answer this because we don't know, but the fractal is actually showing if we get above 14 cents and retest 14 cents, okay? The fractal showing 70 cents to $1, and if we pass through $1, it's totally price discovery, first of all, after 14 cents. It's just we don't know. Like, that's it, man.
How I see it at the moment is everything will go up. Cryptocurrency is being adopted. There's money coming in. So yes, DGB will just go up with everything else. So it's not like, oh my gosh, DigiByte's the best currency, it's going up. Like, I think like there's shit projects that are going to go up, there's great projects that are going to go up. Fundamentally, projects with good fundamentals will probably do very well. So like, everything's kind of going to go up, So I don't see how DGB will not get close to $1 before the end of this year. If you look at the amount of money that's flowing into the space, I mean, it's a joke actually. What is going down, and what is going to stop it? What is going to be the narrative or the reason why it stops? Is it just going to like stop in its tracks and everyone's like, no, this crypto shit's not the way anymore. Like, let's reverse everything and put all our money out and like, boom, we're back into a bear market. Like, no, there's, and it's almost like we want Bitcoin to succeed. You want the institutions to pump Bitcoin because that's a good thing. It's a great thing because the people now see legitimacy in crypto, and then they find their way into crypto, and then they end up in fucking everything. I mean, at Bitcoin, Ethereum, DGB. So it's difficult to like kind of single out DGB in a massive bull market. So like everything is kind of just parabolic, and DGB is just going to be, you know, part of that amazing rise. And this is why I say, like, for me, the real magic of DGB is just long holding those bags, man. Like seeing it survive and seeing it outplay all these other tokens that probably are not going to be here long term. Like, I don't see a lot of these coins surviving. Like, they're going to lose interest. They're just not going to end up cutting it. Like, DigiByte's not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. So, like, for me, it's like, boom, bam, bull market, amazing. 2021, let's all get rich, fucking A. But, like, that's what I'm interested in terms of my DigiByte bags. I mean, yeah, I want to make as much as I can elsewhere in my crypto vibes at the moment. But if you look at a coin like DigiByte, it's definitely worth holding long term and watching this journey, because if we carry on the way we're carrying on, our community gets bigger, the world is massive, more and more people are going to come on board. We're going to get smarter developers, we're going to get corporates, we're going to get companies building on top of blockchains like DGB. It's just going to be like parabolic to another level. So a couple of dollars maybe this year. I mean, yeah, it all depends on the overall market cap. I mean, where are we sitting now? What's the overall market cap of crypto? I mean, what are we, like 1.5?
Shoot, I have no idea. A lot.
1.5, 6 trillion. I mean, that thing can go to 10 trillion. It blow off the top. You know, we might have a nice correction, but who knows? I mean, we might go back into another 2-year bear market. I don't know. Like, it's difficult to tell. I mean, you know, a lot of people, they believe it can go on forever, but it is still quite a new market. Just be careful. Like, realize profits, definitely do that. If you're a trader and you need the money and you can pay off debts, and you like, do it, man. Like, make money in crypto and take some off the table and pay your debts off. Like, buy a house. Like, cool, do those things, set yourself up. But if you're looking at it as being a long-term investor, like stick to the fundamentals, man. Stick to, like, BTC will be around forever. Hold some BTC, like, you know, Monero. Maybe have a little position in a privacy coin. Who knows what might happen there? I mean, DigiByte, yeah, man, hold a lot of DigiByte. Ethereum, very speculative in my opinion. Like, that thing can go to like 10,000, 100,000, or can go to zero. Like, there could be an Ethereum killer tomorrow. Ethereum's quite centralized in my opinion. A lot of politics, a lot of people involved there. Shit can go haywire, and who knows what might happen there. So just look at it, like, take it with a pinch of salt. But I mean, right now we are in a very interesting time, and in my opinion, the bull market's only getting started. You just got to follow the money. And when that starts to dry up, when you start to see a few things that aren't right, then take some money off the table and sit back. But right now, it's time to enjoy the ride.
It's 1.5 trillion.
Yeah. What did it peak out in 2017? It was, what was that? It hit a trillion, right?
It was like, well, I don't know. I have no idea. I wasn't even paying attention. All I knew was I needed to know everything I could about mining at the time. Yeah, it's definitely in the billions. Let's see here. I don't know how your time is. We've been on for almost an hour. You want to stay on for a couple more minutes?
I'm chill, bro. You hosting the show, you can kick me off, you can keep me on.
Well, I don't want to be. Sometimes I don't.
More wine, we can buy some more DigiByte, we can go mental. You can send me more DGB, or I can send you some DGB. Like, whatever, bro.
Sometimes I'm not considerate, you know, on time. That's why I ask.
So what are your plans for crypto? Like, what do you envisage, like, this whole thing panning out? Like, what do you want to achieve? Are you also just like holding on and like going long term, or is it all
Yeah.
still?
So, you know, like I said, I'm a Bible believer. The Bible says the borrower is slave to the lender. You know, this world has been so built on the credit system where you have to establish credit, but you have to go in debt to do that. And unfortunately, the whole world is in debt. Now, I can't, there's a lot of people that are out of debt. The smart move is to get out of debt first. And just look at when I look at my friends, my wife, and even just people from the past, like my parents, their whole life was paying off a debt
Yeah,
that seemed almost impossible. You know, a house debt, car debt, multiple car debts, house debt, loan debts. It's just an endless cycle of psychotic crap, really. And basically you think, okay, I'm out of debt now, and then all of a sudden you take on more debt. It's kind of strange how we're in this system. Here it is, fractional reserve lending. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Tom. Um, and all that debt, they're making a ton of money off of us. And so, um, the thing is like I believe that we all need to get out of debt, and I mean, especially when it's mind draining, man. It's so stressful. Uh, I mean, I don't know for everybody else, but I think that should be a goal for. It's a goal for me. It's a goal for some friends I know, and that's like a lot of pressure lifted off your shoulders, right? The weight of the world is off your shoulders. You know, for that aspect of money, it's no longer trying to hold you down because you're thinking I'm in debt, or you would think about that. Oh man, I owe 10,000 over here. You know, like that. That's what's amazing. That's what's amazing, Lance. Like I owe $15,000 loan, and here I am with DigiByte making $20,000 overnight. It's just absolutely mind boggling. It's like, so I mean, I haven't even paid off my debts. That's how crazy this is. This is how much I believe in it. And I had one uh, guy commenting on the chat like last night when I was talking about how imperative DigiByte doesn't go back down to 2 cents. And I made that a specific point, and sure enough, DigiByte was still bullish, like a lot bullish. And I didn't expect it. But I knew it was okay. You know, everything's okay. And but my point is like, um, they said that you know, I was going to out basically I'm pumping DigiByte, and because I'm a shill, and I'm going to dump on everybody. I don't have that, dude. I am not a whale. Like people misunderstand. Like I am not this multi-millionaire, or I'm not. You know, I just don't have that kind of capital to dump, and neither have I done anything like that. So,
yeah, but the liquidity is 100 times bigger than what it was in 2017. So even if you had like 10 million DigiByte to dump in the market, like that shit's going to get eaten up so quickly. You might have a little drop here or there, but I mean, it's not going to like catastrophically dump DigiByte to zero. Like, I mean, people they don't get it, bro. I mean, we big now. We're not messing around on a few exchanges where you like a couple of sell orders, like there goes DigiByte. You know, it's.
And so I think number one, I think personally, I think everyone has to come to the realization that, you know, if they want to be free of debt and stop being a slave to the lender that puts you in debt, it might be a good idea to eventually get out of debt. But at the same time, long term, this is why I'm in long term investments. This is a long term investment. I work for a living. I don't know how long that's going to be, but at the same time, like those are two goals that should work in tandem, right? And right at this point in time, I'm not ready to pull out a long term investment to pay off my debt because let's be frank, I'm not there. We're not there. I mean, DigiByte's not there to do that for everybody, and it will be there, and everybody will eventually get there. You know what I mean?
And bro, when it gets to that point, because we all walk different paths in life. Like when it gets to that point where you feel like, wow, I can take a substantial amount out now and clear my debts, then do that. Like that is the most important thing, because like you said, you just, if you can be clear of that and still have some to show for it, then you're in a much better position than having millions of DigiByte that might go to zero or goes to the moon. But if you're not paying off those debts, like, so, but I think there's a lot of people right now that are probably sitting on a bit of debt that are like, holding that crypto, man, and like waiting for better days. They don't want to sell it now because a lot of people, they sold and paid off their debt and they're not going to have that crypto anymore, So they're rather like, it's speculation, man. A lot of it is still speculation. But I feel comfortable with DGB. Like, I don't care if it goes to 2 cents tomorrow or 1 cent. Like I said, we all walk different paths. There's probably some people that really need it to get to 50 cents. Like, that's my goal. I can buy a house, I can buy a car, and I can pay off my debts. Like for me, if it goes back to like 0.001 tomorrow, I'll just wrap up another few million of those things and hodl on another 10 years. Like, it doesn't change anything for me,
Yeah. So like I said, we're doing good. Everything's doing good. DigiByte has really surprised me. Just imagine, I just saw like Doge dump hugely twice, and that's a crap coin, man. It's seriously crap, and it was just overly hyped with,
that is like, that's like, you got like the most influential dude in the world. Like, he is shilling a shit coin of note. Like, people are getting wrecked left, right, and center. Like, this dude, does he think about this, or does he just like, oh, let me make a joke? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's are we living in real reality sometimes? Like, sometimes I like wake up, I'm like, what is going on? Like, the other day we were all begging for some sort of like, just one news a thing on Bitcoin on CNN would be amazing. Like, wow, it would be so cool. Now you got like Elon Musk, who's like shilling Dogecoin. Like, and then it's on CNN, like they're talking about Dogecoin. Like, what is actually going on? Like, what is happening? It's weird, man. It's freaking weird. It really is.
It's weird. We truly do still live in the Wild West, and it hasn't gone away yet. I mean, if one person can pump a meme coin to exuberance that could never be seen so fast before in history. I mean, think about it. Doge actually passed Litecoin. It passed Bitcoin Cash. It was on the move to overtake Bitcoin. And then Elon Musk bought Bitcoin. So,
Yeah.
What do, man? You pump a meme coin, and it was like the joke's on Doge. He actually bought Bitcoin. $1.5 billion.
Sure. But surely, I mean, if I see some of the comments here, like, it was irresponsible to short Doge. Like, I agree. Like, just think about the repercussion it can have on many people. Like, there'll be a lot of people that will buy the top of that shit, and they will literally ride it all the way to the ground. And if you look at the chart of Dogecoin, it's designed to make you more Bitcoin over the years. So, like, you will get in, the whales will get in super early, and they're guaranteed that thing will pump, and there'll be a cycle of Doge, and then it gets dumped, and you make Bitcoin. Like, that thing is not an investment. You don't hold on to that shit. It is not a cryptocurrency that you keep, unless you're like taking a position when that thing is bottomed out and it's going sideways and then zook up again and boom. Just, I mean, the chart says it. I mean, it's done it 10, 15, 20 times. I mean, so other than that, like, Elon Musk, I mean, geez, that's heavy stuff, man. I mean, in my opinion, there's a lot of people that got burnt on that, definitely. There's a lot of people that got in, and they're sitting with bags of Doge now and less dollars, man. It's rough. Just buy some DigiByte, man. Stop buying Doge. But
yeah, exactly.
I think that's happening. I think a lot of people probably dumped their Doge bags that are lost and hopefully have made it back up on DGB now,
Actually, I do want to mention that, and it's one of those things where now was the Doge pump successful in a way where now it causes those people to look at real projects. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, this meme coin that I see on YouTube and Twitter with the dog all, flying in a spaceship going to the moon and all these wonderful Doge memes I had a friend at church. He was like, "You got to see this. You got to see this. This video." So I'm watching it. It's Doge. It's a Doge video. I'm like, "Oh boy, this is Doge reached to
Crazy.
me through someone I've been telling about cryptocurrency for a while." And man, I told him the age old statement. You someone told you about Bitcoin. Well, I'm telling you about DigiByte now, and they went straight to Doge. And they said after we
Crazy.
watched it, his brother said, "Doesn't it make you want to buy it?" I'm like, "No, it does not make me want to buy it. It could be good. It could be good. It could be bad. I mean, the thing is like, wow, like hopefully people can figure out, hey, Doge, DigiByte, Doge, DigiByte, Doge, DigiByte, Doge, DigiByte. Go, just put it in something real. Put it in something real.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. 100%, man.
this is a
Look,
good point. He says that Elon is a noob in crypto, and Elon Musk. Let's just be real. But again, he is the one that created PayPal.
peer
He's
to
the one
peer,
that
basically. I mean, the
when he was
concept.
young, and he is a smart individual. Someone I remember, I forgot who it was. They asked him a question. So Elon, when are you going to improve Doge or work on Doge? He has no desire to do any of that, man.
No, he doesn't.
It's just sad, and yeah, it's just one of those things where now celebrities are pumping Doge. It's like, guys, it's going down. It's not. It's completely a crap coin, man. Completely dangerous. So,
Yeah.
are you? So yeah, basically, one of the things is I go back to what I was saying. Basically, get out of debt. It's important that eventually we all get out of debt. And in deflationary assets where it's not inflated to the moon like Doge, we can get out of those things when we see mass adoption. Once we see DigiBuy as payment all over the world, which it will happen. You got Humble Pay, as you said, the United States or the United States, the United Emirates are using DigiByte for pretty close to their main event local DigiByte's being used next to ZellyPay, which is like their cryptocurrency, their stable coins. It's huge, guys. And then the fact that when India has over billion people, India is going to be using DigiByte as well as payment. So once the India government, get out of that funk, just like you hear about every other government. Once we see these apparently all these regulations against crypto flush out, the worst news was tracking every wallet, putting that's horrible. Like people, I heard a story that a guy heard that this one guy had Ethereum, okay, and this guy was beaten to death for his Ethereum. Now think about that, guys. You know how stupid the governments are? They're really dumb to try to track and everything about cryptocurrency. Dude, the technology is so new and everybody hears about the great gains in it and faster than the stocks. And it's just so stupid to put regulations like that. They're going to develop a way in their own system. I'm just not buying what they're selling. I'm just going to continue using proven blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies like DigiByte that's going to stand the test of time. And it's going to force the more people that use DigiByte, it's going to force, and cryptos like it's going to force the governments to really submit to the decentralized protocol with some kind of give, right? Like they want to know, okay, is it secure? Is it trusted? They want their piece of the pie. There's so many reasons why governments want to just take control of it. But as it stands now, they're at the mercy of us. What I'm saying? Whether we obliged by their calling of telling us what to do, um, we are the masses, and they're supposed to be listening to the people. They're supposed to help govern the people at the people's for the people's service. So their service to us. somehow along the line, it went switch haywire, and now they're the bosses. No, no, no. They serve us. It's always been that way, and it should stay that way. If it doesn't, you see the narrative, you see the danger in it. Just can stay decentralized, stay focused, stay true to yourself, and just continue in what you believe in. That's one of my messages a while back. Um, but we just continue in it and just don't even give emotion to governments that want to control it, because eventually they're going to have to submit to the people. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, if the people submit to the governments too far, it's over.
Yeah.
Everything that we believe in is over. Who cares if you want to get in blockchain technology that they track you and put a weird chip in your brain and tell you put not even your own emotions in, and it's just weird. It's weird to think about stuff like that, but like as we speak now, it's decentralized, it's permissionless, and no one can tell you can't use it or learn about it. It's the whole old paradigm's falling apart. I heard it was like the ancient T Rex had like a blood aneurysm in his brain or whatever, and and he's slowly bleeding out. That's the old banking system, and we're the new paradigm.
Well, I think that we probably won't be alive to see the real change, but we're building the foundations. So if you look at the people in charge now, like they're old, man. They're like they just there's no future there. I mean, people can see it. People don't want to be a part of it anymore. That's why you can see so much tension happening in the world right now. It's sad to see, but it's almost like a snake. We need to shred that skin, man. It's happening slowly, and it's not going to be a smooth ride. But I think cryptocurrency and technology, there's just a lot of positive things to look towards instead of focusing on the negative. And over time, it's going to get better. Like if the world doesn't get hit by a meteorite tomorrow, I really think that humans will go through a cycle and we will get to a point where this world is going to be an amazing place to live in, like technology and just how countries are run, and like things are just going to be different. Like, but I think in our generation right now, I think we're going to see the best and the worst of it, but it's going to be interesting times, man. Like, but I think the real change is quite some time still. It's going to be a slow and a rough transition, but we're on the right track, man. We're on the right track. So if my little insignificant life can be just to promote something cool like DGB, then I'm doing my job, man. If I can go out and send some people some crypto and talk to them about it, and anything else that I might believe in that is not like pro government and all this nonsense going on, then I feel like I'm doing a good job. And when I have kids one day, I can bring them up the right way and teach them the right things and put them in good stead, to make the right decisions. And then we're doing our job, man. But it's super interesting times right now. But like you can feel the shake, like you can feel like it's brewing. And cryptocurrency is just one of the little angles that we're coming with, that are like, we need to change this and we're going to change it through crypto. And crypto is not the be all and end all. There's going to be loads of other things that we need to focus on. But if you look at like money, when has anyone ever rivaled money? Like since the beginning of the day, central bankers have taken control, right? Since we can remember. So like now we are coming with real solutions to take the power back where we don't need them anymore. We don't need that system anymore. It's failed. It doesn't work, So hopefully more and more people on a daily basis can just see the light, man. And that's all it is.
It's proven that it's failed, and I think part of the government's fall was basically just trying to continue to keep the economy afloat, print more money, make the people happy. There's a lot of crybabies out there. I'm not really pointing at anybody. I mean, just consider this. Like when I hear the government or the Fed's printing money and I'm going to get a check, yes, I'm like, oh, I'm excited, right? But at the same time, is it a necessary right now? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure back in 2008 we could have climbed out of it okay, and everything would have been okay. And when okay came, we would have been a better off economy. Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I see it. But people are just so wrapped up in and stuff where, well, we need to continue to live this luxurious lifestyle as we live, and just take the risks and see what happens. Um, this is very dangerous, and I got a friend, economic ninja. He talks about there's going to be a bigger crash. There's several mainstream guys that talk about there's going to be a devastating crash, and and they always involve crypto as well. But the thing is like, man, I'd much rather be in a deflationary asset than inflationary assets that crash.
Mm.
Right? Does that not make sense? Like Bitcoin would be, this would be Bitcoin's, and I say Bitcoin because you got to admit, like, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin doesn't succeed at this present time, then what makes you think everything else would succeed in adoption?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if Bitcoin doesn't do what it says it's going to do, break away from the stocks, break away from the printing money going burr, then we're not going to see this thing happen. That's what I truly believe. If Bitcoin doesn't stand the test, so eventually, I think, how people talk about swing trading or swapping crypto and all the time, or like that. I think when it comes to the point, I believe all crypto communities, if Bitcoin is under attack, will be on board for Bitcoin when the time has come. And then it's just basically saying, we did it. And then go back to your favorite crypto. I really believe that. I think if it comes down to it and a central point of failure is approaching, I don't think the crypto community is going to stand up to that. We're not going to take that. And so it's kind of like, what we saw in Wall Street Bets, right? We don't want to see these massive hedge funds that's been manipulating the market for so many years taking our money, and say, no, GameStop deserves to die. AMC Theaters deserves to die. Nokia deserves to die. BlackBerry deserves to die. Who are you to say anything deserves to die? So if the time comes where people are saying Bitcoin's dead, or because it's the leading crypto, or whatever leading crypto happens within the 5 years, I don't think the people are going to stand for it, and I think the whole world has a rude awakening coming, even in technology in itself, when it comes through fruition. I think the world is going to have this crazy rude awakening. What's this? Hold the line, stand up, and fight back. Yeah, that's basically how I look at DigiByte. Stand with DigiByte. When DigiByte community members are under attack, or I will stand.
But
You know what I mean? I will
I, mean,
stand.
I think we kind of past that point now where we're kind of out of the dangerous territory where like Bitcoin is just going to disappear tomorrow. I think
We
cryptocurrencies.
did it. You think we did it?
I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Yeah, I think we've broken through that. Like, you know, it's not going anywhere tomorrow. The technology is so parabolic now, and the more and more people that get in, like, you, at the end of the day, like, just think about how many people there are in the world that are slowly but surely adopting this on a daily basis. Like, how do you stop that? You can't just turn it off. And even governments don't know what to do, and it's almost like I don't think they want to. I think they also at a stage where they need to understand what is actually going on, and they better think long and hard about it, because now they actually are like, sheesh, these are the people, and they can adopt this tomorrow and make us irrelevant immediately, and we actually can. And the more and more people that adopt DigiByte and adopt Bitcoin and adopt Ether and Litecoin and like use their you use these things amongst each other and we don't need them anymore, like they become irrelevant. So they are starting to see this. So it's almost like they're like, oh, Bitcoin's cool. Like let's get involved. And like, so, but we passed that stage. I don't think it's not going to go away anytime soon. And like I said, like I keep saying, it's just the beginning. Like, yeah, we might have some little bumpy, patches along the way, but that's part of the journey. Like one day it's going to be an amazing story to tell. And I think by then, a lot of people are going to be very happy that they're stuck around.
That's a good point. I just want everybody to know that if you haven't figured it out, or if you're new watching this, the difference between decentralization and centralization. First, let me tell you what centralization is. It's a way for people and banks, governments to control the situation of our monetary wealth, or any discussion, or just any system is tracked and can govern or tell you no, right? No, like a dog, like no dog, right? Centralization. It's the way we've been for hundreds of years. Decentralization puts the power in the individuals in their decision making, kind of like your thoughts, right? You have power. You have power just like your thoughts. Like no one can tell you, well, at least as far as I can tell, that you don't have the power to think how you want to think or choose the way you want to choose without like a middleman telling you, no, you can't do that transaction because that's against the law or whatever, or no, you have to do it this way and it's going to cost you a bunch of money. Decentralization is a trusted by a consensus code where everybody agrees that this is trustworthy. And it's not by what I say is trustworthy. It's about what the code says trustworthy. And no one can like manipulate it. So thing is so the difference between centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, Lance is right. And I think everybody knows that deep down in their heart, if something comes awry with the centralized cryptocurrency, there is a centralized cryptocurrency group out there. If that goes haywire, or if any kind of overline step that happens towards us, decentralized dexes is how Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, DigiByte are going to grow. Without a doubt, that's how they'll still make money. They're not going to be able to shut us off. And if they even try that, let me just tell you, we got people that will not even show what server they're using, where they're at, and we will find a way. So it's just funny. Like, yeah, you're probably right. I mean, we've probably passed that stage of defending Bitcoin, but I looked at this one like talk one time. I forget what it was. It was like a year ago. How many times they actually said Bitcoin was dead? It was thousands and thousands of times, and it's all recorded. And Bitcoin's still here, guys, making new highs. So it's just
but how can it not be still here? Like we're even in 2011. I mean, the thing was just parabolically growing behind the scenes. It's like more and more people adopting it. It just wasn't shown. Like people didn't see it, but like Bitcoin wasn't going anywhere from the time it started being mined. I mean, it was just like boom, it was there. But at the moment, we're still very reliant from a market perspective on banks. I mean, if you think about how do you acquire crypto, you buy with fiat. So if you don't have a deposit rail and a withdrawal rail, like there's no market. So it's still, we crypto, but we still rely on the banks to allow us to buy and sell these cryptocurrencies. Obviously, buy and sell from a fiat point of view. But at what point do we get away from that? How do we acquire crypto without having to buy it with fiat? Like, I don't think many people are asking this sort of question. Like, does that ever go away? I mean, in 10 years now, people are going to be like offloading fiat from their credit card to buy another DeFi asset. Like, what is the space going to turn into over the period of 10 years? So like, for me, this is why I'm saying, like, for me, my DigiByte holdings, like, I don't want to get rid of that just to sell it into some fiat so I can Lambo my way around the streets. Like, no. Like, I need to hold that shit, so it's interesting if you start thinking about it that way. You know, people want to get into crypto, immediately they pull out their credit card or they make an EFT into an exchange and boom, it's fiat into crypto. But like, if banks decided to say no more, we're in trouble. Like, how do you buy crypto? How do people buy crypto? Unless you mine it, not everyone's setting up a mining rig. You know, people are acquiring crypto through fiat. So it's interesting. Like, banks are the ones you got to worry about. I mean, so the longer they are, the more they're adopting it and like friendly about it, then that's good for now.
Well, I mean, if the banks close it up, then that opens the whole door of the Silk Road again. Like many Silk Roads, like then now you have to power down the internet. You have to literally take over the world if you're
Yeah,
really that power hungry for your dollar bills.
yeah,
I mean, like there's no way they can get around this thing, man.
exactly. So I think
It's
they're going
so
to do
crazy.
it very well, man. I mean, it's business for the bank. People are going to buy and sell all the time back into fiat for a long time still before anyone decides to hodl all their wealth in cryptocurrency. So, you know what, at the end of the day, as much as we hate these banks and these governments, you know what, I think at the end of the day, we living in the most beautiful time in life. Like, we have so much. Just think about what we can do on a daily basis. I mean, apart from all the, and you can get superstitious and you can get like super intense and like go deep and like, you know, all these conspiracies and like really you can like spend your whole life just being a conspiracy theorist and like you're going to go completely mad. Like, stop it. If you're a conspiracy theorist, if you're waking up in the day like thinking about the Rockefellers and the Illuminati, it's going to ruin your life, man. Like aliens and like, oh, they're hiding this from us and like vaccines. Like, who cares, man? Just like wake up and make a difference where you can and just be happy, fulfill yourself, do whatever fulfills you. And if it means getting into crypto and like going that route, then that's awesome. I mean, people are doing lots of different things that make them happy, but like, don't become a conspiracy theorist. And like, I still think that as much as governments are doing a bad job, I think look at what we have today. I mean, you know, I mean, there's a lot of poor people, and you can argue that capitalism is maybe an issue, and you've got like the top 1% of people earning all this money, and there's just like inequality. But you know, for the average Joe, I mean, like, geez, we got communication, we got information at our fingertips, we have the opportunity to buy and sell cryptocurrency, we can take our family out for lunch, like, you know, like we're blessed, man. Like, a lot of people are blessed, and we should always be thankful for that. Before we just start gunning the system and being negative all the time. Because like, if you want to see change, then be a part of the change. Like, get up, be positive, and make a change. Subtly make a change with whatever you can do. Like, you don't have to change the world. You know, even Elon Musk, he's one guy, he's not going to change the whole world himself. Yeah, he's dabbling in a bit of electric cars and sending rockets up to space, and that guy can have a heart attack tomorrow. Who takes over Elon Musk, you know? So it requires the community, and this is why I love DigiByte so much, because when you get locked into GGB, you see all these beautiful people around the world just plugging in wherever they fit in, making a bit of a difference, where they're buying and selling, whether they're making memes, where they're interviewing people on YouTube. Like, that right there is real shit, you know? And hopefully we all grow together and the world turns into a much better place than it is now. But currently the world isn't actually all that bad. Like, people need to relax, man. People need to relax. Like, we got this, man. We're gonna win. Like, we actually are winning. So, you know, it's not gonna all come down in ashes tomorrow. Like, you know, just be happy.
So I got on the screen here Bitcoin obituaries. It's on the web. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about, how many times they claim that Bitcoin was dying or dead. It's done. It's going to zero. Bitcoin obituaries, it's on the web. Go read them. They're really funny. I mean, anybody that doesn't understand what we're talking about, first time in crypto, go look what Bitcoin went through and find out why we're so excited about DigiByte. Go to digibyte.io, crypto Twitter. In fact, if anybody like loves to hear and talk and wants to talk to you, how do they find you? Where are you at?
Twitter, man. Twitter, just DM me if you want to chat. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter at Satoshi's boy. The stepchild of Satoshi, because I'm all DigiByte now. I'm not a BTC maximalist. I hold BTC purely because, like, yeah, man, first crypto. But like I said, I'm all out DigiByte, man. That's my favorite crypto. I'm the most bullish on it. So yeah, I'm gonna be around for a while, guys. 2035, I'll be shilling DigiByte on Twitter. We'll be like going on about the last coin being mined. So yeah, stick around, man. It's going to be an interesting journey.
Well, look here. I'm going to end it here. This is on a good note. And Sir Lance, I appreciate you coming on here when I asked you, and just continue doing your Twitter videos. And you know what? Is there one more thing that you want to say before we go to the outro? And I want you to stick around just for one more second after I
Sweet,
shut
bro.
this thing down. Is there something you want to leave the community with, or anybody that's new to this thing? Some wisdom or something?
Basically, just everything that I've been saying. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like DigiByte doesn't expect anything from anybody, but just find your space in the community. And like, if you want to get involved, if you want to like just keep getting deeper, then just reach out to the people of DigiByte, man. Like we all here for each other, and we all promoting, well, not promoting, but we all kind of like, how can I say, on this journey together. I mean, it's amazing, and this is why like I keep going on about the power of DigiByte, because it is the community. Like there's nothing else to it. Like yeah, we have amazing technology and everything, but the community is going to get bigger. The world is so big, and like if people can just be a part of something freely, openly, they can build in it, they can hold the asset, they can just chat to people. A lot of people might find new friendships just by being a part of DigiByte, man, and it's so powerful in so many ways. So yeah, man, I'm stoked to be here, and I love you guys, and yeah, like I said, I'm excited for this journey, man.
Yeah, we love you guys. Everybody that participated in the chat, everybody that's watching, and people that will watch. So, what have you watched my channel before, Sir
Yeah,
Lance? Okay,
yeah.
I should have known that, but okay, I had to ask. What do you like? I just downloaded my new intro. I didn't want to play it.
Love it, love
So
it.
you want me to play that instead of the outro?
I love the intro, bro. The little block vibe going there, and the music. It's very cool, bro. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah. So that the robot and the
Yeah.
moon with DigiByte and the moon. All right, I'll play that one. What I want you to do, Lance, is just wave at the community.
Cheers, guys. Sleep tight. It is 10 to 12 in the evening. I'm going to be off to bed shortly. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the moon.
All right, guys. See you on the flip side.
Cheers, man.